These niggas think I'm motherfucking playing. I'm official. Watch this shit.
Fucking great ass head. Where's my
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, you about to try to sneeze, bro?
I don't know if Mar got corona or not just now, but
What the fuck you about to do over there?
nigga wiping-
I'll
he
tell you
wi-
what we are.
he wiping sweat on bucket
Bruh,
jacket.
I can't.
But we're back for another episode, and across from me I have Butter.
What's going on, y'all?
I got Mar.
That was about to be some shade right there, bruh.
Oh, he's about to throw some shit.
We got Rich over there,
You crazy.
and they call me Supreme, and we're gonna talk about
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
being a part of a contradictive environment.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
This one Gohan kicked some ass.
So what Jay say? Y'all respect the shot.
But not
I
the shooter.
respect the shooter.
Correct.
Why is that? Why is that verse so important to the black community?
I mean, shit, it's crazy. I mean, all right, fuck it.
On all fronts. On all fronts.
I don't know why it's so important, truthfully, because it's like fucking stupid. Because it's like more so we scream Black Lives Matter, and a lot of people don't like when I say this, but I don't give a fuck. And we kind of part of the reason too, because we often our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing most of the shooting too, just as much as other motherfuckers is doing shooting. Truthfully, I mean, yeah, I get it. Fucking cops is fucking killing us. I understand it 110%. Trust me, I'm not even looking a blind eye to that bullshit. But my thing is, you can't fucking scream just that and we not looking out for each other. I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
I agree and I disagree.
Okay.
Because it's more of oppression.
Mhm.
It's more of a mindset. It's more of the things that was pushed in the community. We can't really
So is
It's-
that what
it's-
is that what
it's-
Don said before, like a product of our environment
not
type thing?
about the product of our environment. We have to look at police killings and we have to look at the killings we do in our
In our own self?
community
Right?
two different ways.
Yeah.
It seems like out of
But is
Other
killing?
communities
They killing
that's
for
the
like
same.
dumb shit, right? Like drugs,
but
money.
how are we getting
Girls.
the drugs? How are we getting the drugs? Why are we doing these things or whatever? Because we are suppressed, because we are not getting the same thing as everybody else. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm 1000% saying it's not right. But it's the mindset that we have where we can't get anything. If you look at anywhere, do we have African American community? No, we have the ghetto.
Yeah.
We have the hood. But you can go anywhere. You can get little Haiti. You can get little Cuba. You can get
Little Mexico.
a little those things. But any
Little
place
Puerto
that we
Rico.
go to,
Can I-
we get a ghetto
Can we put an asterisk
and we
there?
get a hood.
Can we
Absolutely,
put an asterisk there?
absolutely.
So why do we endorse having those things? If we didn't endorse
Correct.
or accept having a ghetto or having a hood, they wouldn't be able
Because we
to.
don't have anything else.
No. So you're saying that we're.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm
no.
1000% saying it's
So you're
not
saying
right.
we're
So you-
accepting and we're accepting this.
So you think
Because
that we try to change it?
we
you
are
think that we
mass
could?
incarcerated. Now we can't find jobs. We can't do this. We can't do that. So now it's like, all right, you know what? This is the only thing I can have.
So
So
you-
what if?
Go ahead, my bad.
What if? Just what if?
Mhm.
So what they called it the hood, but we called it our
Correct.
community.
Correct.
What if we corrected everyone that?
But
that
in our community, what is ours in our community?
it don't got to be the fact that it's ours. This is what we have.
Mm-hmm.
How do we change the perception? We don't. We endorse the perception. We take the perception, we make it what they see it as. If they say the hood is this, guess what? Where are we from? The hood. And then we do things that make it look like the hood. Instead of saying, you know what? You can call it what the fuck you want. This is my home.
Because we don't take pride in it.
Why don't we take pride in having a home? We take pride in having a hood.
we take pride in it because we
you're
don't
fighting
have
over a
anything
hood that
else
ain't even
to-
yours.
Correct.
You don't
You
even- you
living
can't
in you
even-
written
you can't-
something or whatever.
You dying
this
for
is my
for a
project.
block that ain't
My
even,
project.
that you don't
This
even
ain't
own.
yours. You don't even
gotta,
have this.
It don't gotta be your project. I said my
I
home.
understand that part or whatever, but
Right.
we have to get in the mind frame of that. We never had anything.
So because you
we
never-
never got in every other culture from Chinese to Puerto Rican to whatever, they got something. They got something from the government. We got nothing.
That's what I'm about to say. But
Okay,
can we do that? Because can we even like try to
We
get to the
have
steps
to-
again?
we
Because
have
like
to
when we
change
had Black
our
Wall Street, you
mind.
see what happened when they did the Black Wall Street.
See, I think a lot of
But
this.
they can do that over and over again until we right now we can do a whole bunch of other things or whatever, and we can kind of build up on things. But are we in a state of mind where we will
That's what
Bill,
yeah, state of
will
mind. I don't think we
will
are.
we support will we do that? Nah.
I
so
don't think we are.
so let's look at it like this, right?
I hate to say it like that, everybody, but I don't
The
think
facts,
we
the numbers, everything will let you know that we are the power.
I don't want to talk about numbers. I'm talking about what I see.
So what you see is that who make things popular? Black people.
Absolutely.
Who spend the most money making things popular? Black people.
Yes, but
So-
we spend money on things that
Dumb shit
we
that we
don't
don't
own,
need.
that
So-
we don't have, that we don't.
We don't
we
fucking
don't
need.
support black owned.
When do we start teaching ourselves that we are?
I think it's too
Just
late.
because they say it.
No,
Yeah.
it's not saying what they saying.
I think
it.
it's too
we
late.
are saying.
I
it.
think it's too late to teach them because I don't think
No,
nobody
it's
want.
never,
It's
no,
never-
no, it's
never
never
too
too
late.
late.
I don't think
I don't
nobody
think it's
want to
never
hear
too
what we
late.
got to say though.
Nah,
No,
I don't think it's never
listen,
too late
so
or
I'm not
whatever.
saying
We,
us.
we can't even like reach these little young motherfuckers nowadays.
So-
truthfully,
It's not. You don't gotta reach everyone, but I'm saying is just that
Mm-hmm.
we, as a community,
yeah.
we still got subdivisions when you look at it.
Correct.
We still got subdivisions in our own fucking
Because
community.
it's self-hate.
So
I hear that.
how do we get, and my question is, how do we get past these things? How do we learn to accept
Be honest
that?
with you, I don't know. I can't explain that. I don't have the answers.
I don't know.
We would have to get a group of people because again, it's not
See
one
what the
person that's
hell's
going to have
going on.
answers for it.
That-
It have to be a group of people that come in because you could be a expert on something. Butter could be an expert on something. I can be an expert on something. We are not going to have the same fundamental ideas on what we supposed to do or how we can do it. But when we come in and have an open mind and think about the things that you can bring, and he can bring, you can bring, and I can bring, and we have an open mind and we think about, hey, what can we give to our community or whatever? That's how we come back and have a stronger
Foundation.
foundation and a stronger reason to kind of push a agenda to the black community.
Right.
But we are always, you have an idea, you're gonna run your idea. He has his idea, you're gonna run his idea. I have my idea, I'm gonna run my idea. We never come together.
So
Very true. That's what I be trying to say. Like
We
gonna
don't
never
come
We
together.
don't never come together.
Because we disagree with each other so much.
So
Instead of
much.
listen to what we're saying and understand, hey, all right, you know what?
Got a lot of
I
Indians
disagree with you or whatever.
and no chief.
nah, but we're bred on selfishness.
We're bred on
We're-
entitled. Well, no,
bred
'cause
on
we talk about
selfishness.
we ain't entitled, but we are entitled to our opinion, and that's what I'm going to do. Nope, you're wrong. I'm not doing it. I'm not rocking with you. I'm leaving.
No, see, I
That's
don't.
not the
so I don't
the
I
best
don't-
way.
I don't think that anymore because I'm not entitled to my opinion.
No, you are entitled to your opinion,
You are.
but you supposed to.
I'm entitled to education. I got to be educated. I'm entitled to educate myself.
You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to educate, but I am entitled to if I accept your opinion.
Because everybody feel like that's saying everybody has a asshole.
I think everybody's assholes.
Uh,
Then he said everybody has one.
I did, but we got to stop being entitled to something so basic, and we got to start holding ourselves to a higher standard as a community,
I agree.
and hold ourselves to wanting more out of our successful people, not as far as giving back, but as far as relaying the message. Relay it. We don't relay that message. You
So
s-
what is
I
the
think some
message
of
we
them
need to
do.
relay?
Yeah, I think because some of them do, and like
no,
some
we
of
don't.
them,
You only see
some of them relate a message pretty
Name-
decent.
So name me one.
Nipsey was one of them.
No,
No, let's talk about regular people.
yes.
Oh, like
I
regular
can
people,
I can say that
There you go.
I'm not the best person in the world to say that, but anytime that we're talking about something,
Right.
don't I try to encourage
Yeah,
y'all to do
like
certain things?
credit
yo,
all this and that.
We talk about credit. We talk about going back to school, doing certain things.
Sometimes. Rich can probably do it sometimes.
What is our
I
plan?
think we do.
I think that is the things that
But
we do.
who are we?
As black men that's supposed to run
I
the
just said it,
community or whatever? What?
Just said, who are we though? To even
We are
say it?
we
'Cause
are
nobody gonna listen.
We are our brothers' keepers, right?
We are, but like ain't nobody gonna listen to us because we just
we-
It's
regular
not about
dudes.
them listening to us or whatever. It's about us building a foundation or whatever. Like we could have still been at the house doing our podcast at the crib.
Yeah.
Right.
But we found a black man that had a studio that we could support.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
We don't have to come to the studio. We choose to come to the studio.
So what's next?
What's next? And again, that's where we have to talk about those things or whatever and see what's next. Because we can only control what we have.
That's what I'm saying,
But I can only tell, like, yo, Rich, this is going on, blah, blah, blah. If he doesn't take that information and run with it or whatever, I got to go and talk to the next person.
So I'm
if
saying-
I reach one person, that's great.
So how do we? And you're saying what I'm trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that not more of the message?
Be-
That's not more of the
we are-
message.
Because
Because it's not popular opinion. in
it's
a
not the
way.
popular opinion, and we
Right.
see what the media puts out there or whatever about
Right.
our community and stuff or whatever.
Negative publicity sells.
It's not even about
So
negative publicity. It's about
Most of
the
the time.
popular publicity.
So
too.
why
Negative
does-
and popular publicity sells.
This is, you're getting to my point. Why is
I'm listening.
Why isn't anyone challenging what we
People
think
are, but it's
is
not popular.
No, why? So right, it's popular opinion, right? Bang.
Mm-hmm.
So Hove said it. So now it's like gospel, right? If Hove says something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
where's the party that say no? That's not right. Don't listen to that message. We still have to continue this way. We don't have people contending with the popular message. We just let the popular message be the popular message, and then we receive it.
Look, I question everything. I always
But
been a
not-
questioner. I question my parents. I question everything.
But-
if you say something, if I give you like, oh, okay, all right, I'm questioning in my head, but I'm not gonna go back and forth with you over there because I'm not educated enough to go back and forth with you. So now I have to educate myself or whatever about something. And now when we come up with the conversation again, I can go back and forth with you. But I have to educate myself. We are not educating ourselves.
So what about
How many times have we read our own books? How many times have we went
got-
to a library and looked
got
at
books.
a autobiography or certain things or whatever?
Where our book at?
So I say it all the time.
Coming
that
soon.
I say this, and then a lot of people that know me probably only going to know like a third of this. That
Mm-hmm.
I'm 80% pro-black. Everything that I believe is for the culture that I
would say
that I was.
90.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That I was
Say at least
read into.
90,
Like I've
90
read
for black.
on my black leaders before I was this age. I try to pass the same message on. And what I'm saying is that we don't challenge popular opinion. We accept negative connotation and we allow it to dictate the way other cultures look at us. So like right now, you had them, people saying, oh, well, Biden didn't do nothing for black people, but he created this Asian hate thing. He created something for them. Who gives a fuck what he did for them?
Mm-hmm.
He got 4 years to do whatever the fuck he want to do before he going and then somebody else coming and do some other shit.
Did we ever think Biden was going to be the best for
I
the
didn't
black
give
community?
a fuck what he
We just
did.
didn't want that other motherfucker or whatever, Mr.
No, we couldn't.
Popular Head, to be the fuck in there.
I agree with
like
you. But why is
It's like,
why does that? Why do we focus on what he did for another culture compared to what we can do for our own culture? We create the movement.
Correct.
Right. Very
We create the movement, but we don't look at that.
But he ran off of Barack Obama and said he was going to do this for this group of people, but he did it for another group of people. And then that stimulus package that we all keep asking for, they did more for the Asian community than they did for the black community. But what are we doing? We out here buying cars that's going to get repoed in like 6
Facts.
months. We doing a whole bunch
wanna-
of stuff.
we
on-
wanna- we wanna
but
trend.
no one
Talk about
never
this shit.
said anything
Everybody
about.
listen.
No-
I read this right, and this is the craziest shit ever because
But
it was so true.
Is it informational integrity?
Yeah, it was so true. Just like you talk about like the whole stimulus and everything.
Mhm.
It's so fucking crazy because the boy was like, and then like you're paying $10,000 on your body or whatnot, but then he's still coming back to
the hood.
fucking hood.
So
I was
But
like,
I want to go back to my
that's-
point
that's-
before.
I was
So
like,
I want to
that's
talk
real
about
shit.
when we talk about like Asian hate. They got all this stuff or whatever. But then we go back over to in the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, when they in China they was kicking all of the black people out of
Out.
hotels
Yeah.
that paid for rent and all that.
Yeah,
So
I
now
know.
we got to come over to America and they think they can just you know what, they got Asian hate. No, I don't think anybody should get beat up just because they are a certain race or
Right.
gender or whatever. But no one was speaking up when shit was happening over in China.
Right. I hear what
It
you're
was
saying.
so many people that was literally black, French, African American descent that they paid rent for like 6 months and got kicked out of their place. But no one said anything about why, because we had a president at that time that kept talking about the China flu and they wasn't worrying about what was black Americans or black people dealing in China. So all that Asian hate, no, I feel bad for it, but I don't have too much compassion for it because again, where was our compassion when it was happening in your country?
Right.
so
I gave him the Gilly voice.
I'm sorry, but I went on my little rant. But I that was something I kind of talked about
I gave the
probably like
Gilly
earlier
voice.
this week or whatever, and it
I
kind of
was-
pissed me off.
I gave the
nah,
Gilly
I
voice
was
on that
gonna
one.
say motherfucker.
Ain't nothing you
Like
can say
you know,
about that nigga, right?
that's 1,000% true, but you're not gonna hear a lot of people talk about it the way you just
Absolutely
did.
not.
They're not going. They're not going
Because
to
it's
touch
not
on that.
the popular opinion, like you said.
So this is what I'm saying, right? Somebody could take that snippet, right? When this drops, I'm not saying they have to,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody who relates and understands what you're saying about that could take that and make that, right, a message, and constantly that could be art. That's got to
They
go.
could actually take the front of my message and make it as negative as they want it to be
I
or
was about to
whatever.
say that,
Unless
yeah.
you
No,
listen to
They
the
can make it
whole entire-
negative too.
They could
about
do,
it, too.
the
they could
concept
do
of it.
anything
That's what I was about to
they
say, too.
want,
Absolutely.
but the message, you can't change the message. You can't change what you felt about why it happened to us. You can't change why he did it or why those things together combined made you feel the way it felt. But that challenges the popular command.
Correct.
It challenges that when it's, okay, yo, do you hear what he's saying about that? That message isn't out there.
It's not out there, and it's the truth.
But I'm saying that it could happen. We choose not to. We choose to receive
I get you.
the negative connotation.
But that's why we have to educate ourselves. If I didn't educate myself about the Asian hate and what happened in the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, I'll be sitting here like, oh yeah, don't mess with Asian people, this and that. I still don't want you to mess with Asian people. But where was the cry out? Where was the outrage
When it's happening
in
to
the
black.
beginning?
so
In
beginning-
China,
oh, in China?
in
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
in the
get you.
Asian capitals and stuff or
Right.
whatever. But now, since it's happening to America, it's more pushing to our face, and now we feel
Like
more
obligated.
compassion for them than what we had compassion on for our own people.
I'm never more compassionate about no other race. This is
I was always
I
grew
don't-
up to
I
treat
don't-
everybody the same.
I don't have,
everybody should treat everybody the
I don't
same.
have no sympathy for people who don't look at what happened to black people for
Absolutely.
still till now and look at it and
400
say,
plus
you know,
years.
fuck how many years. This is life. This is several generations of
Nigga.
black people.
Oh, so
I'm scared-
I
I'm
can go
scared-
back on my rant again.
I'm scared to
So,
drive.
Yeah, but I can go back on my rant again. So we talked about Black Lives Matter. Then they talk about All Lives Matter. But then they say no hate on Asians. Didn't nobody have a pushback on it? Not a single person.
It's kinda-
Did you hear anything about no Asian hate? Did you say no hate? No, it's continuously out there saying no Asian hate.
Yeah.
It's not pushing everybody. It should be no hate at all.
Very true.
I hate to put this out there to you.
I'm listening.
They don't see them as superior.
Absolutely.
They don't. That's why they can say that. They don't see them as a threat. They don't see them as superior. They're
Because
not
they
going to say
didn't do any. They did some.
We went to war with them.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
But they didn't do as much to them as they did to us.
And I say we because we're a part of this country right now, right? We went to war with them, and they're saying no Asian hate. You want to know why? They're never going to say no black hate because we're still superior. So that on all levels, they're going to be afraid of us. So it's never going to be
Correct.
no black hate.
But that's what I want to just say. No one speaks out on those things or whatever. But we allow, again, black people, we never say, oh, you know what? Because we want to include everybody in our struggle. Everybody can't be in our struggle. Everybody's not in our struggle.
It's
but we
because-
allow everybody to sit there and say, "Hey, look, you know what? You my brother. I'm gonna let you be in my struggle, even though you're not African American. You're not from African descent. You from Brazil, but you got dark skin, so you can be in my bruh.
No,
it's
so
not-
Listen, we can ramp all day again.
let me
we can
say-
ramp all day
let me
again,
say it
man.
like this.
Finish it up because we ramping on this.
I'm gonna
one.
say it like this, right? It's been in 2 movies. So a movie just came out.
Holocaust.
No, black movies. If you watch Malcolm X, it's a point in time.
Oh, the best movie ever. One of the best movies ever.
It's a point in time where you see a Caucasian person come up to him and inquire about
what can he do for the black community?
exactly, and what he said.
Stay the fuck out of my way.
So bang, right? Then you just
I remember what he said.
no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had to finish it. So then you just had it in what was it? The Messiah and
Judas and
Messiah.
the Messiah.
what happened when they approached him?
Don't let this light skinned nigga be woke. Like it's gonna get to a point where it's
You
gonna
know-
be like,
you know what I'm
sit
saying?
his ass down.
So it was another, it was another point.
Skip that nigga.
It was another point in that movie that they showed a white person come up and try to be a part of the movement. And
Was it?
yeah, it was.
Judas and the Messiah?
And he gave them that same energy. And it's not being disrespectful, it's that you're never going to be able to feel. You can't relate.
Yeah, to us.
You can't relate to what happened. Even though it might have not been on our generational level or generation, you can't relate to the hate. And I say some black people are willing and open to, yes, receiving other races because, yes, they're minorities. And that term is so broad that, yes, everyone receives some form of hate and neglect. The world wasn't right towards them, yes.
but they wasn't right towards them on another continent in another country. I'm talking about the country we live in now.
Yes,
they
and
got Jewish boss, they got Jewish
see, that's
all
the-
churches. Like we don't have that.
no one
We had to learn somebody else's religion.
no one breaks down these things that this is the reason why. There's a reason why. You have some black people saying, you know what, the more people that are a part of it, the easier it'll be to fight. And that's not what it is. We're weaker that way. Because it looked like we need help.
Yeah, because we got to spread
You gotta
everybody's
spread
mind different ways.
everybody here
Absolutely.
and there. So I feel bad for everybody that has some type of, some injustice on whatever level it was. But it wasn't because of their superiority to the other race. It was a fear of black people being superior that this continues. It's still till now.
We're inferior.
Yeah, superior.
Superior.
We're superior.
Same. Kind of same.
And at the end of the day, if you look at sports, we're superior.
Yeah, but who we getting paid from? We getting paid from white billionaires.
Because we're not.
I'll take a check.
But I want to end this. I want to end this
Yeah, end
this
one, 'cause
conversation
y'all
or
can go
whatever.
on and on about that.
Is do you think that the United States will ever not be a racist country?
I think that we are bred on racism, and money is made on racism.
So that's a yes or a no.
It'll never be a non-racist place to
There
live.
you go, butter. Feel the same way?
Same way.
Because it's ingrained into the flag. It's ingrained into the fabrics of the flag. We would never be a not racist country.
I agree.
With that being said, LSB,
No race.
We out. Sorry if I got too intensive with it. I've been talking about this
He
for a little
rants.
minute, and it was
First
it
time
was
I ever
something
heard
was
him
real
rant.
real.
That nigga usually be me. I'm quiet today.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We
Good
out.
night.
Yeah. All right. What's the last one?